but they were never hot and then fucking hilarious and dope as shit.
Sure.
And she had it all. And then this guy was also a very good looking dude, but he used to just like scream her, call her dumb, tell her she's not funny.
Wow.
That whenever she goes out and makes all this noise that she's embarrassing. And so she just kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So he would gaslight her all the fucking time.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. And then
That's abuse, bro.
she left him because her dad overheard her sister talking to her boyfriend about it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. For the very specific topic today, I brought two of the biggest tards I know. Tards as in turds, not retard, because that is offensive.
You can't cross that line.
Never. I've never, ever said the word retard. Right, retard? Here we go. No, seriously, you guys shouldn't use that word. I only found out not too long ago that wasn't.
Oh, yeah? How long ago, David? How long ago was this?
Yeah,
What's the timeline?
What
of
happened?
This? Huh?
How did you find out? I want to know the
It was
story.
8 years ago.
I just found this out.
I used to get arguments about it because I didn't think that because you can't say the word retarded for anything. You can't say it about an object. You can't, even though it's you can actually use it to say.
What about a small animal?
What about flame retardant?
You can't say that either. Because I used to think it was called flame retarded and somebody corrected me.
What do you say flame autistic?
Oh, that's
Flame on a spectrum.
it only works sometimes.
Oh, shit.
You know, I think retarded is making a comeback though. I hear way more people using.
I mean, they're
It's
using
coming
it as
back.
stand up a lot.
I think
I don't know.
It's coming
I
back.
heard people on CNN use it. You know what I mean?
I heard Nick
Don
using the
Lemon.
N-word profusely.
Dude, it's making a comeback, bro. You know, like clothing styles will come back.
Yeah.
Retards making a comeback.
It's like the 90s, right? Like all the trends in the 90s or the early 2000s is coming back.
I just
back.
remember
Those retarded.
But do you remember that period of the internet where everything became hyper corrective? And I'm not making a statement about whether you should or shouldn't say it, but even when people used to say it all the time, they would look at you as if you were the biggest bastard they've ever seen in their life. They're like, why would you ever use that word? It's like, dude, I grew up with you. You said it all the time. I didn't know that it was cancelable. You should have gave me a heads up, you fucking dick.
Yeah, right.
This whole beginning part, somebody's going to chop this up and I'm canceled on
Canceled.
TikTok.
We're all
I
canceled.
think we're all canceled.
all canceled.
On Reddit, somebody told me they sent me this shit. Well, they were kind of laughing about it, but there was this clip of me telling Meryl that I'm gonna punch her in her mouth as a joke.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how we fuck around. We've been doing that since we first
And
dated.
we all say that to our significant others. I
All
do
the
it all the
time.
time.
I beat the shit out of my girlfriend. It's sick.
And we laugh after we hold our bellies and we go.
Speaking of beating the shit out of your girlfriend.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So
Okay.
this court case or these allegations have been out for a very long time, but I didn't know that people or the companies like Disney and everybody else was still quote unquote canceling Johnny Depp because even when this first came out years ago, it was like 2 years ago, everybody knew that she was kind of batshit crazy, specifically because there were like, I think eyewitness accounts and him getting his finger chopped off. But now Johnny Depp is suing her for like $50 million, right? Because of all the jobs he's lost, specifically Pirates of the Caribbean. They didn't want to do,
That's
was
a
it
big
Caribbean?
one, bro.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Caribbean? I don't know.
Yeah. Who
Caribbean.
cares?
I think
All
it's
right.
Caribbean.
I don't want to get canceled, dude.
What if that's the clip?
That's
That's what you get canceled. Oh my God, he said Caribbean.
People
instead
from the
of
Caribbean?
Caribbean.
What was that, Jamaican or something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know shit.
I don't know, bro.
Bahamas.
Don't cancel me.
I just know there's a pirate with a bunch of octopus face. That's all I know.
Yeah, Davy Wayans.
That was Damon Wayans?
Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans.
Major Payne? You
Davy
seen it?
Crockett. No, Davy
The movie
Jones. Davy Jones.
Davy
Walker.
Jones.
Bridget
Davy
Jones Diary.
Bridget
I
Jones
only
Diary.
saw
Sisterhood.
one-
Traveling Yaya Pants. Sorry, go ahead.
How many pirate movies are there?
Too many.
Like 4 or 5.
I think I only saw one.
They're fun though.
They are
But
pretty
just
cool.
too many. What like when it came out?
Whack.
It came out in the 7th grade when I like.
Yeah.
So it's like when I was in 7th grade, it was fun.
Yeah. I saw
But
it.
after 2, I'm good.
It's been around for that fucking long?
Yeah,
bro.
middle school. I
Like
saw it in middle school.
2001, 2003 ish.
Mhm.
Yeah, around that.
No,
era.
probably a little later than that.
That's
but
when it was hot.
He was
boy.
making a shit ton of money off of that because he was also a part of the Harry Potter series apparently too, which I didn't know. Which
Wait,
was
he
the-
was?
the Griswold, Biswold one or whatever. The
Yeah,
fantastic.
there's a-
We know movies, bro.
Fantastic.
This is a movies
Fan-
podcast. The Griswold. What are you talking about?
It's like Henry Griswold's Secrets, Fantastic Child, Beasts, or some shit. You know what
This is
I'm
the
talking
clip
about.
that's going to get him canceled.
yeah, bro. Keep talking shit, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, so
Shut up.
he's getting what?
Idiot.
So he's
Sorry, go
he's
ahead.
suing her for $50 million, right? And then she's trying to countersue him.
Yeah.
Is she?
I think she's trying to countersue him.
Maybe, but that's dumb.
But the crazy thing about this court case is how much evidence is stacked against her. It's unreal.
It's really bad.
It's
like
bad.
And also the clips, dude. Some of the viral. There was one that me and Tiff were watching last night, and it was, I guess he was like the front desk guy that worked at the apartment that they lived in or something like that. He was like the floor guy, and he's in the car he's getting cross-examined, and he's like hitting this vape, and he starts driving as he's like answering questions. But this clip went viral because they were asking like, did you observe any like marks on her face or anything out of the ordinary? And he's like this Mexican dude. He's like, no, I'm not looking at people to see if they got marks on their face. Like,
what kind of fucking
he's
question
like,
is
this
this?
was 4 years ago. He's like, I don't remember. He's like, I don't know. And he's like, God, okay. And then they leave and everyone's like tripping out, but he's literally blowing smoke out of his nose, hitting the vape while they're cross-examining him.
Wait, so he zoomed in to court?
Yeah, I guess a couple of people zoomed in.
That's
I
so
didn't know you could do that.
unprofessional. Yeah,
This
like
was one of the
don't you have to be?
funniest. So this guy is literally in his car and he's vaping and he's driving as he's doing it, which is illegal.
He's like reversing and shit. He's
Yeah, he's committing a crime.
It is the funniest.
Front of the law.
I don't know who the fuck she hired as her lawyer.
They're really
Oh,
bad.
like they're trash.
They're bombing it so bad. I think to me, the funniest thing was when the lawyer stood up in confidence saying, my whatever client, Amber Heard, she had to hide her bruises with this specific makeup. And it wasn't even made during the time that she was supposed to use it.
Oh my God,
so
bro.
the company who created the makeup said, that wasn't made at that time. We just made that recently.
Wow.
crazy.
What kind of trap? Is this a public defender?
Don't you have money? Don't you have money? Dude, did you see that when he asks a question and he objects his own question? Did you see that? What the
He goes,
fuck?
objection hearsay. He goes, you asked the question.
He's like, shit, you're right.
But also though, it's like she has no grounds. Like she has no evidence. She's clearly like mentally ill. Like
Yeah.
she clearly has a personality disorder, you know?
She's
So
wild.
all they can really do is just like try to all the witnesses that go up in for Johnny Depp, all they can really do is like question their credibility. That's the only thing they could do.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not, they're arguing semantics all the
They
time.
even brought a psychologist to go ahead.
She was dope.
and assess Amber
Yeah,
Heard.
she was
and
dope.
she was ripping into, not even ripping into, just giving her like a psychoanalysis of her of her tendency to like lie and exaggerate.
She was shitting on the lawyers.
Yeah. It was crazy.
They couldn't clap back. And all the claims that she would say, they had no rebuttal.
Yeah.
Because the lawyers probably know she's crazy too.
They do know.
Yeah,
for sure. But I can't believe they're so bad. Like, dude,
I'm
get
really
a little
shocked how
bit.
bad they are.
They're terribly bad. I could do a better job. I don't know the law. I could do a better job than those guys.
My client, Ashley, Amber. Wait, what's your name? Yeah, like,
What's your name, bitch?
Yeah. What else did they do? They had the whole thing where
The poop. Amber Turd.
she fucking
Amber
shit in the
Turd.
bed.
Dude, and guess what? She went to Coachella that weekend. She left, shit in the bed, and Johnny Depp's mother died that weekend.
Damn, dude.
And then she shit in the casket after.
Wait, she shit.
Did you hear like his whole story of like him explaining what happened?
No.
It's really fucking sad.
What did
he
he
was
say?
like, she left to Coachella and they had an argument, and then she shit the bed
After Coachella or before Coachella?
as she was leaving.
Oh, on the way out. She's like, I
She
got
was like, all right,
something.
then I gotta handle some biz. See you later. Shit's in the bed. And he's like, you know what? You're gonna stay here. I'm gonna handle my shit. I'm gonna wait for you to go to Coachella. And then when you go to Coachella, I'm gonna gather all my valuables, all of my favorite things that I need from the house, and then just remove myself from the situation. And then the guy that I guess runs his house or cleans his house or something took a picture of the piece of
dookie.
shit on the bed, and then was like, right now is not a good time for you to come because there's a piece of shit on your side of the bed. And then obviously we all know that she tried to like blame it on their 4-pound Yorkies.
Okay.
Right? Which is crazy, bro.
Was it a big old dookie? Are there pictures?
Well,
It was-
honestly, it was kind of small for a human being, but it was definitely bigger than a dog shit.
No, that's human dukes.
You guys saw the pictures?
Hell yeah.
yeah, hell, what you don't like scat shit? No,
Yeah, bro. Turn your
Nah,
airdrop on. Let me send it to you right now.
Yeah, send it to me. I kind of
No,
want to see it.
that was human poop.
That's
that was
human poop.
definitely human poop. Like
She cut it off quick, man.
She pinched off.
snipped it. She was like, I gotta go Coachella. There was this one funny clip, something about a throat joke, and he was like,
yeah.
he was like, I want to do something to your throat, but not painful. It's like,
He's
Tom,
like,
why does he have to read this?
We all know what you mean, baby.
you the
We all know what
throat
you mean.
goat, baby. Dude, if anybody had to read their text messages, guilty of whatever crime you'd be accused of.
Objection, hearsay.
Here's that.
They had a compilation of the of Amber Heard's lawyer consistently keep on saying objection and hearsay
Mhm.
over and over. And then Johnny Depp would talk. He goes, well, No? Okay. He was doing a stand-up set.
He's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he was really
killing.
funny. Like he had the crowd busting up multiple times. I was like, this fool's charismatic as fuck, dude.
How could you not laugh though? Because it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's to the point where people forgot about the kids in Ukraine. Like nobody
No one
cares
cares.
about Ukraine
Nobody
anymore.
gives
We're
a
about to get
fuck.
nuked. We're about to get nuked, and people are like, yo, what's up with this
Yo,
bitch?
even Putin's
Shitting.
watching this trial, bro. You don't think he got the subtitles? And he's like, yo, it's Amber Heard, bitch. It's crazy.
Wild.
He's fucking tweeting. My God, this is crazy.
That's why they're losing the war, bro. He's too busy watching the trial.
Do you see that the compilation clip of Putin trying to shake everybody's hands and they just keep dissing him?
Yeah.
That's just hella funny, dude. Nobody wants to shake his hand.
Disrespectful,
Russia?
bro.
In Russia, like he'll be like this, and every diplomat just goes,
Oh,
He's just
really?
like this the whole time.
Yeah, I wonder why that
What?
keeps happening to him.
I think they're afraid he's gonna kill him because
He
he has
has
like some
poison on his hands?
Yep,
Man.
read my fucking mind,
Oh
dude.
my God, bro.
Yeah,
Is that how
bro.
he kills people?
I don't know, but
has-
he was like special forces, and he has killed people. He was part of the KGB or some shit.
There was a guy in that was from Russia, but he fled to England or something, like because he was one of his rivals, and he put a nerve agent on his doorknob, and the guy like touched it, and like I think he died or almost died.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So
That's the
he'll
story.
fuck with some poison.
See, that's why nobody wants to shake his fucking hand. They're too scared.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, he's trying to shake the hand and kill him.
What about one of these? They just give him like an elbow.
Bang.
He probably don't do that. He's
He
not
don't
going
do
to risk it.
A little.
He's Russian. He's not gonna risk that fucking shit,
Hell
dude.
no, bro.
Let me ask you something. Would you? How hot is Amber Heard to you? Scale of 1 to 10.
I don't. She's got a. I haven't really seen her whole setup. You know what I mean? But like she has a really pretty face.
How much would you deal with for that prettiness?
No, I would not deal with that. Like it would just have to be like a one time. Like
She has no gag reflex.
she was crazy, and then it would
Honestly,
have
bro.
to be like
That's the rumors,
it would have to
right?
be like a yeah, for sure. And then there's got to be like evidence. So like because she could say some crazy shit, so it's got to be like, yo, we're gonna film this. Are you cool with that? And she's like, yeah, we're cool with that. Okay, cool. And then like it needs to be documented. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
She
'Cause
probably
she's so,
has the setup already.
she's so crazy that you have to have like your ducks in a row. You
I
know
mean,
what I mean?
she's so nuts. They're both recording each other arguing so they could use it later on, just in
100%.
case. And she's literally screaming at him, like, "Go ahead, Johnny. Go tell the whole world. I dare you. Nobody's gonna fucking believe
Did you listen
Yeah.
to the other audio recordings? Like after like she punched him in the face in like the bathroom argument or something like that.
Mm-mm.
The audio recordings are crazy because I think their argument initially was about like how he was trying to get some space from her because she was just like yelling all the time. And he's like, look, I need to come back. I need to remove myself from the situation. I can't be sitting here and arguing with you, fighting all the time. And it was so funny. He used like a boxing analogy. He's like, even in a 12-round fight, there's 1 minute breaks in between each round. He's like, I gotta take my break in between each round and
That's
go to
funny.
the bathroom and kind of collect myself. And then she's like, just run away from all your problems. Because she's clearly like at a point where she doesn't, it sounds like even in that recording, she doesn't take any responsibility for her actions. Like anytime he says, you punched me in the face. And she goes, come on, Johnny, I did not punch you. I hit you, but I didn't punch you. And he goes,
What the
what
fuck?
the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about, bro?
Listen,
Yeah.
I've met a couple of girls who are like that. I don't know if I know any guys that are like that because I feel like guys wouldn't do that. Maybe they have. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's
They
hard
got
to.
their own ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, guys have their own type of crazy. But like that, there's that weird thing of when you see somebody who, no matter what, they could spin it and then turn it on you. Like they're always constantly gaslighting.
And that's
you.
a personality disorder, isn't it?
It straight up is, dude. It's
Yeah.
like, what do you call it? They call it BPD. I forgot what it stands for.
Those are tight.
Yep.
BPD. You got BPD?
You got that BBD?
But like those people are the hardest
And
to
the
help
DSL?
because they don't take any sense of personal responsibility at all. So even if you try to therapize them, because they don't see fault in themselves, they can't accept
Mhm.
change.
Right.
So for somebody like that, you could see no matter what he does, she's always the victim. Her life could be at the peak because it's Amber Heard. I think she's
Yeah.
like a model. She's married. She was married to fucking Johnny Depp. She's loaded, rich as fuck. But even then, no matter how great her life is, there's always something to complain about. Something because if there's not trouble or problems, then she's not happy.
You know what she asked for post-divorce? And I think they were talking about it today. They were saying that she wanted $14 million tax-free after the divorce from Johnny Depp.
Tax free.
Tax-free. I was like, you could do that? You could just ask for tax-free money?
I don't know
like
if
What are
that?
you, the
works.
Catholic
Yeah.
Church, brother?
And they were interviewing, I think, their financial advisor that was handling the divorce. And he was explaining to them, and like, this is what were some of the terms that she wanted. And I don't even know how the fuck that works. I didn't even know that was even possible.
Yeah.
But my question is, how did she even hook up with, how long was she dating Elon Musk for? And what the fuck was that like? Yo?
I didn't even know she was with. She was also dating James Franco or some shit.
Apparently, he's supposed to hit the stand. Was that you that was telling me that?
They were going to cross-examine him for some shit because I feel like he was a part. Like I said, I read this very loosely, so correct me if I'm wrong. Once again, this is not a news source, so fuck you.
We're talking shit, baby. Come on.
Yeah, so James Franco.
This guy called us a retard at the beginning of the episode.
I did not. I said I used to say it, and I don't say it anymore, you tard. So... This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, my friends. Are you dealing with a lot of stress? Well, guess what? There's so many different indicators of it, like headaches, teeth grinding, and so much more, even sleeping too little. Well, guess what? My friends, have you tried therapy? Stress shows up in all kinds of ways, and in a world that's telling you to do more, sleep less, and grind all the time, here's your reminder to take care of yourself, do less, and maybe try some therapy. And do it with BetterHelp, because BetterHelp is the shit. I've been using it for a very long time, and they have been a long time sponsor because I really do fuck with them. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. Give it a try and see if online therapy can help lower your stress. I've been using BetterHelp for a long time, my friends, and talking to my therapist helps me out. I do it 2 to 3 times a month, and guess what? It is a necessity. If I'm gonna take care of myself physically, I'm gonna take care of myself mentally. Genius Brain listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/genius. That's BetterHelp.com/genius.
This is CNN, bro.
Yeah,
CNN.
But they said that they're going to cross-examine him or some shit. I don't know the exact lawyer terms because he has something to do.
That sounds right.
That's hearsay, Doug.
It's hearsay.
Objection,
That's objection, Doug.
Yeah,
We should be able to object in real life. You know what I mean? Like
could you do
object.
that shit?
You could, I guess.
I'm gonna start.
Objection. What? You're gay.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm not gay. Who are you talking to?
But Amber Heard too. She was a model. I think she was like a supermodel. Or
I
something.
thought she was an actress or some
actress.
shit. I don't know what she
Was
is.
she?
I remember that bitch in Zombieland.
All I know is I don't
the-
care to look it up.
She was in Zombieland. That's the only movie I know her from.
She in Zombieland. I don't remember her.
She was the bitch in the beginning that turns into a zombie and tries to kill Jesse Eisenberg. And
Oh,
then
damn.
he kills her in a bathroom stall. That's the only movie I remember her from.
Oh, really?
That
That's
is her, huh?
That's her claim to fame.
I like how she also imitates everything he wears.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
This is the weirdest thing. He wears like a tie with the suit. She has a tie with the suit. He has his hair tied, but she has her hair tied.
How does she know what he's gonna wear?
Hey, why does she
got
shit on
people
beds?
inside.
Yo,
Why does she shit on beds, dude?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't. When is she gonna hit the stand? I can't wait for her to like get cross-examined and ask her like, so do you really think that shit on the bed was the Yorkie?
she's gonna start crying.
Oh,
ASAP.
of course.
She already
ASAP.
crying, bro.
My
I know,
whole
but she'll
life
start
is
crying.
ruined because of this man. Like the emotional abuse. But people like her are very, very manipulative, man. And like I only know of like one, maybe two, but this is the one that I'm reminded of the most. I've talked about this on the podcast where like there are certain people who are just so manipulative and they kind of have a control over the guys that they're with.
100%.
They can just say and do fucking whatever. And there's only 2 people I've met. One person I can't mention. The other one, there was a girl who used to date this guy in high school. This guy was a fucking maniac. I remember in high school, he dropped out. He came on campus because he was dating this girl named and we just see this fool walk up. And I remember because I was at my locker and I see this fool just walking up kind of with his homies, you know, the gang that he was in. Not even close, it was an actual gang. He walked in.
They were the Bloods.
Walks over to her, socks her, and breaks her fucking nose
Oh my God.
on campus. And he just walks the fuck off.
Wow.
Security campus didn't do shit because, you know, they're all strapped up. So it's like, what the fuck are you going to do? So that fucking maniac later on, I find out he's in jail. But what happened was he dated somebody else after that. So this girl was also one of, you know those girls who like to date like bad boys,
Yeah.
even though she grew up in a very, very nice household. So this girl was like this Catholic girl, right? And she loved kicking it with like a bunch of like hood dudes. And I only know, she's not my friend. I only knew of her because she was always trying to fuck some of the dudes in the crew.
Yeah.
So she ends up dating somebody in that group, doesn't work out really well. She tries to do the opposite and date somebody really nice, like a geeky Asian kid.
Yeah.
This geeky Asian kid obviously is super happy to date this girl, right? Because let's be real,
You're a little baddie.
she's baddie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
She's
saying?
a little Catholic baddie.
You know?
what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't
Hell
have
yeah.
a gag reflex.
She
Bang,
probably, she
bang,
got some
bang.
Amber Heard style. You know what I mean?
No
Amber
tears
Heardies.
with that deep throat type of thing. You know what I mean?
Like
She
straight in
just-
the eye like that.
Yeah.
Have a conversation.
Doesn't break eye contact. Doesn't
Ever.
blink.
Never blinks. She
Never
just
blink.
takes to come and fucking moistens her eyes with it. She was very
Wow.
well known
It's
for these
wild,
type
bro.
of
I'm
skills.
hard, dude. I'm
Hey,
hard. Sorry, go ahead.
Brother.
Brother.
Yeah, she's Smesh. So this guy obviously can't handle this girl very well, right?
Yeah.
It's not he's not used to this fucking
Bro,
world.
if Johnny Depp can't handle this chick,
Yeah.
this poor Asian kid was not well equipped. So in high school, no fucking way.
Absolutely not. So he breaks up with her, but obviously, and this is I'm speculating this, right? Because in her mind, she's doing this little nerd dweeb a fucking favor. Like, I'm dating you, I'm sucking your
She's
dick.
blowing
How
his back
fucking
out,
dare
you know?
you?
Yeah.
She gets fucking pissed. She ends up dating that guy that socks that girl in the nose, right? So she tells him, that guy, that nerdy Asian kid raped her.
Oh, bitch.
True fucking story.
Oh, no.
True fucking story. Tells this dude, and this guy is a volatile human being.
Yeah.
Obviously, he walks on campus, breaks a girl's nose, and just walks off.
Yeah.
So this guy
God, this poor kid.
finds this fool at his house
Kid gonna die,
with
bro.
that girl and his gang, walks up, execution style murders him right on the spot on his driveway.
What
Like a crazy person,
the
dude.
fuck?
So they find out. Obviously, the cops get involved because you don't just murder somebody like that. And this is just a sweet kid that just fucked with the wrong girl. He gets murdered because this girl lied about her being sexually assaulted by the other dude. And you might even be able to find a news article about this shit. This
Holy
was pretty some
shit.
crazy shit.
Wow, bro.
So he dies. Everybody there gets like 20, I think 20 or
Ish.
20-ish. That girl's in jail for life because she was the ringmaster.
Oh, so they proved that she's the one that did that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they found, I don't know the exact details because this was pretty sad. It was like, they probably found
Damn,
text
dude.
messages, all this other shit. But could you imagine how fucking manipulative that fucking girl was to get this person killed just because her fucking feelings were hurt? Because she felt that, this geek shouldn't dump me. I'm the one doing him a fucking favor. So when I see that Amber Heard case, it reminds me of that.
Bro,
That's why this is kind of good, because like it's finally shining a light on these kind of situations. Because this is a thing that it's not like, obviously not every woman is like this or whatever. It's probably a minority, but like there are crazy ass bitches like that will cause
Truth
stir
and
up some
facts
shit.
matter.
100%. And his mental illness. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
She's
that's what it
crazy.
really is. Yeah.
This isn't a normal woman.
No,
this is
no,
a crazy individual.
We all know a couple stories, like from people. Like we all have a mutual friend who had an ex-girlfriend who would do this type of shit and just kind of play with his emotions and string out their relationship and be really toxic and do fucked up shit constantly. Like, this is not something that is like new.
Mhm.
This is stuff that we've seen, that we've observed,
Right.
and maybe through other people. Like, I'm thankfully lucky enough to not have to deal with any of that shit. But we all know people that have, and
sure.
they've taken some damage from that type
But
of
what's
shit.
cool, what's good about this is because like even like Johnny Depp, just based off the accusation, he lost so much.
100%.
Like he lost a lot of, like,
$50
he can't even
million.
work. Yeah, a
That's
gang of money, no more movies, like a lot of work based on just the accusation.
Yeah.
So the fact that like now it's like there's some redemption, it like kind of shines a light. Like, okay, maybe the next time we'll take it case by case and we'll just look at the shit.
Or give it some fucking time before you drop the guy. Like, wait for the facts to come
Or
out.
just let's figure it out. Let's see what happens.
Like, immediately the rumors came out and the company goes, fuck you,
Yeah.
you're out.
that's what I'm saying.
And
That's
he ruined his
crazy.
life.
Bill Burr was talking about on his podcast about this case in particular. And he was saying, like, the least they could do is, if there's a real legit investigation or there's real accusations, don't release the person's name until the trial has gone through.
Yeah.
And there is a verdict.
That's what they do in Ireland.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember Conor McGregor was in trouble. Like there was like a rape accusation, and they wouldn't release the guy. They knew it was like a high profile person, but Irish law is like they do that. They won't release anything until they kind of figure it out, which
Which
kind
is
of
smart.
makes
Yeah.
fucking sense.
Especially for stuff like this, right?
Because like public court, like pure public court, is the most vicious thing ever. They hear anything that's remotely negative about you and they fucking run with it. And it could be something crazy. Like, this is the most craziest thing ever. Like, this guy gets his finger sliced off.
You see the picture?
Dog, it was disgusting.
It was gross.
His finger gets sliced off. She's beating on this dude. She shits in his fucking bed, is a maniac. And then all of a sudden she goes, he hit me. They go, well, doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah.
You beat Amber Heard.
But on the flip side, to play devil's advocate, is this not one of the best trials ever, bro?
Oh, I'm very grateful for this.
I'm very grateful.
The amount of entertainment I've gotten from this is actually ridiculous.
I was trying to
It's
stay
wild.
away from this shit. I was like, I don't want
it's
to hear.
impossible.
I don't want to hear none of the thing. I don't want to like see none of this. But then Once I heard Amber Turd, hashtag Amber Turd, I was
dude.
like, your boy's in, dog. Did she really shit the bed? I gotta get to the bottom of this. I gotta find out if this bitch really shit the bed.
Dude, Amber Turd, that's fucking dope, dude.
That's fire.
For her whole life. That's what's up, Amber Turd.
You think
Amber
she could turn it around? You think she could turn it around?
No.
Absolutely not. And whoever fucking dates this girl after, you're a fucking psychopath.
Absolutely.
You're a psychopath.
Somebody will.
Oh,
Who do you think it's gonna be?
Some dude will. I don't know.
What high celebrity fucking?
Some people like crazy people, though.
Yeah.
They just want to get a taste. They want to see what the hype's about. You know? Oh, I could probably change her.
Dude, I know there's like so, you know, when you kind of look back and you've talked to like so many friends about these crazy relationships that they've been in. Like I haven't been in any of these types, but I've always heard stories about stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like I heard so one of my homegirls dated this guy, which we never fucking liked. We never liked this dude. Specifically because
Are you pointing at me?
this guy, dude. So I'm not going to say her name. It rhymes with Biff.
Okay. Okay.
Wait.
And dates this guy named
Wait.
Bick.
Wait.
All right.
That rhymes with my name.
Every day I'm messaging her like,
Yeah.
just leave.
Leave. Yeah.
Please, I
This
beg
is
you.
actually very true. Very
Dude,
accurate.
I can show you the DMs. The other day, she was like, congrats on the store in Hawaii. I was like, great, you're invited, but not Nick.
She has to wait outside. And Tiffany agreed. She was like, okay,
Yeah,
deal.
she was like,
True.
okay.
Sounds
It was
good.
great. But I heard the story. Well, not a story. I didn't hear the story. It was this person that we knew that was within this small little group that we had. And you know, like, it kind of sucks when you're when you're in a friendship with somebody and they date somebody you fucking hate. Because all the gatherings, this motherfucker is there. And so the first
buzzkill.
Yeah, the first thing that we noticed that she's super goofy, hella fucking funny. Whenever he's around, she's super just
I
tame.
hate that.
That's the worst.
And so
worst.
it was really weird. She would just not say anything. And we're like, hey, are you okay? What's going on? And she goes, no, I'm just really tired or whatever. But every time they came out
excuse, huh?
or some shit, they would always fight or about something, right? And so after they broke up, she basically told us that he was like super abusive, very fucking controlling. And then he didn't like the fact that whenever they went out, she was like the star. Because she was that fucking funny. She was hilarious. So everybody wanted to talk to her. He didn't like guys approaching her girls. It didn't fucking matter. And he specifically had a problem with me. But I've known this girl since I was 5. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
dude.
So you stabbed him in the face with a pencil, David. I
No,
know how the story
so
goes.
we did a boxing match and it was with only lips. And I was like, the first person to fall in love is gay. Yes, guess what? He was gay. You felt it was gay, dog. And we figured it out.
Hell yeah.
This was like, I can't fight you no more, bro. I'm trying to put a ring on it.
I gotta marry you, dog.
We gotta elope, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
but this dude.
I love happy endings, dude.
Yeah, man, it was the best.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, but this guy, she
twist.
told us that, like, for example, he didn't like her getting attention, so that's why she would always like make herself smaller and smaller. Because if I don't know whether it's I think now as an older person, I kind of want to know what the fuck he went through to kind of try to control his partner like that. Because number one, she's the sweetest person ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not only was she super pretty, she was very charismatic, which honestly, I never got to see a lot in a lot of girls that I knew. They were either really hot and they were kind of funny, but they were never hot and then fucking hilarious and dope as shit.
Sure.
And she had it all. And then this guy was also a very good looking dude, but he used to just like scream her, call her dumb, tell her she's not funny.
Wow.
That whenever she goes out and makes all this noise that she's embarrassing. And so she just kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So he would gaslight her all the fucking time.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. And then
That's abuse, bro.
she left him because her dad overheard her sister talking to her boyfriend about it. And he in the house, because her sister was fucking mad. And her
Dad's on the other line.
So dad was in the house. And then I don't know how he overheard, but he overheard it. He goes over there, goes ballistic on the guy, starts banging on his fucking door, telling him to come out.
That's a good parent.
After that, they broke up because he was fucking scared for life. Her dad was huge, by the way.
Oh, really?
Gigantic motherfucker.
Damn.
I was like, dog, this guy, I'm pretty sure he went to prison at a certain time.
That's
very
fire.
sweet to me, but he was going to fucking murder that dude. And that's how they broke up, because that guy got scared of her dad.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's good. What a piece of shit, man. Yeah, it sucks that there's like people that are just like the emotional abuse is the weird one, because it's like there's no marks. It's just that it's like weird. You can't really. It's kind of hard to define. And what do you do? You know.
But like I said, that crazy motherfucker too, because Sacramento is such a small town. We heard about what he was saying about her and kind of spitting the whole story around, right? And once again, I wasn't there personally to see any of their stuff, but I've known this girl since I was a kid.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I've seen her with a few different guys. And none of this has ever come to light. They either just split up because it worked out, and the people that she broke up with, she's still friends with because that's how dope she is.
She's just cool.
You know? And this motherfucker comes around and he's telling other people that she was like verbally abusive towards him. And I'm like, no fucking way, dude.
He's an Amber Turd.
Yeah, he is. He's straight up
He's a
that
male
the new
Amber
name for
Turd, dude.
domestic violence? Like, you're an Amber
Dude,
Turd.
Jada
right?
Pinkett Smith is probably so happy this happened.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
She's
another
so
one,
happy
bro.
because she's like, she was getting it, and then this came out, and now everyone's on Amber. And she's like, whoo, whoo.
And people are digging up old clips of Jada Pinkett Smith kind of being super disrespectful towards Will.
She's so mean to him,
Did
bro.
you see the gift one? There's a video of like Will Smith planned like some huge 40-year-old. It was her 40th birthday or something. He had like extravagant shit. He had like elephants. He didn't have elephants, but you get what I'm saying. Like he had
chocolate
like
covered strawberries. That's extravagant.
Willy Wonka factory. Like full comes out, does a barrel roll, dick out. It's sick. Like it was just amazing. And he's telling this. It's like his son, Jada, some other lady, and him. And they're on. I don't know why they're always on TV talking about their fucking life. Like anyone. Like why are you guys setting up a show?
It's
to
her,
talk?
bro. It's her.
Yo,
isn't it?
yeah. But whatever. They're for some reason talking about this shit. And
doesn't need to be talked about
at all. Like, hey, just
We'll circle back to that. We'll
circle back to that. But anyways, he's going on about all this extravagant shit, and they're looking at him. Even the other lady was looking at him kind of like because he's excited, and the other lady's looking at him like, what a fucking lame ass. Like as he's saying this, they're like, ugh, like. And then he says he does this for her, and Jada looks at him and goes, it like pulls him aside, and she's like, why would you do this? This is like the biggest display of your ego ever, and like just crushes him. And even in the video, it's like, I'm crushed, and they're all looking at him like even his own son, like he's pathetic. And I was like, oh, like it's sad. It's sad. And he's still like bubbly, talking about how pathetic he is. And it's just like, wow, you're getting you're getting cucked out.
Yeah,
he for sure is getting gaslit every single time. Like I feel really bad for him,
especially by his own son. First of all, what's his name again?
Willow.
Jaden.
Willow's the girl.
And you know what my sister said the other day? She goes, "You ever notice how like they name their kids after themselves?"
Jada and then
Willow.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit, I never thought about that."
I never made that
think
connection.
Yeah, why would you? Right? Who would do that? Who would
They're
do such
lunatics.
a thing? But also, it's like. The fact that she did the whole table talk, right? And I don't know what their content is, but for them to put out like a talk between them and saying, yeah, I'd be fucking this guy named August who happened to be my kid's like best friend.
I've known him since he's been a little boy.
That's crazy. Is that considered
crazy.
grooming, bro?
That's grooming.
That's grooming.
That's
Definitely
grooming. It's something
but
creepy.
Here's the weird thing about Ted, and I mentioned this
cool for him.
Yeah, bro.
August is
like,
killing it, bro. August is
let's be honest, man. Even bald
That's a
Jaden was
Pornhub
hella
category.
good, dude.
Dude,
Like,
him and Jaden, now he can always be like, bro, I fucked your mom. Any
that's
argument
right.
they have, he's like, bro,
I think that's why I don't hang out anymore.
Well, I fucked your mom.
I fucked your mom.
Damn it. And he's like,
Doggy style. Doggy style.
But yeah, people always overlook the grooming thing because listen, I hate to say this, but if it was like a guy who did it, this would be like the biggest headline.
Yeah.
But she literally groomed this mentally unstable kid and she fucked him. And then that's just whatever.
They had a relationship.
It wasn't just whatever at the time. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was I saw on social media a bunch of like women that were like, yeah, you do you, like do your thing. Like there was all this praise.
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, that's not everybody, but
Get
there
some
was
dick.
that
Get some
faction
dick, Jada.
of people that were doing that. And it's like, you guys are fucking losers and hypocrites, dude.
And also too, as a guy, man, I kind of was like, lucky. You know, so,
good for you.
Oh yeah,
August.
me too.
I think like guys, that's why if I think about it now, I think when I think about it, I probably was thinking the same thing in the sense of, I wish I got to fuck Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
She's so fucking pretty. I think even with the bald head,
What about Jada Pinkett in The Matrix?
she was in the
When
Matrix.
she's old.
When
When she's really old.
Wait, was she old now?
She gets old at the end of it.
In the latest Matrix film, they aged her with makeup.
She's
You
old.
guys saw that?
It was the worst film ever.
Pieces of it.
I saw the trailer and I was like, no fucking way am I gonna watch this.
It looked like a CW show.
like Arrow or something. Whatever that dumb shit is.
2001
Or
fucking
Flash.
Smallville was better than that shit.
The worst clip that came out that they found was Jada. She was doing an Instagram story or Instagram live. And she was talking about their therapist, about how much they improved Will and her life. She goes, oh yeah. It's like, Will, can you tell us how Dr. blah, blah, blah improved our life?
Saw that.
And then Will was kind of like, hey, like you got to give me a heads up before you do this. Like, that's not okay. Because that's some serious shit.
Yeah.
And she goes, see what I got to deal with? See this shit? And then she puts it like, can you tell us how she improved our life? And he's clearly fucking uncomfortable. He asked her to stop. His face is serious. He goes, listen, Instagram's like my livelihood. This is how I work. You got to give me a heads up, and don't do this inside my house.
Yeah.
And she goes, psh, whatever. And it kind of goes
It looked
on.
like he just woke up too.
Yeah. Wow.
Catch him off guard.
Do you know who the? Sorry, go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
Do you guys know who the Kevin Samuel dude is? You ever seen that guy? There's it's fucking, if you want to just like get lost in a hilarious rabbit hole, it's this black dude. And I don't really know if he was like a pastor or something, but he has this like YouTube live or Instagram live show where people like call in, like women will call in or dudes, and he gives people advice, but he's brutally honest and he'll shit on people.
He's like, you think you're 8?
Yeah, he'll ask girls to
You're more
rate
like a
themselves. He's like, what do you think you are? And they'll be like, you're like, I'm a 10. And he's like, he'll just start laughing and be like you're like, and he'll be like, you're a 5 on a good day. And he's not like, some of it's harsh, but dude,
that shit hurt my feelings.
Yeah, bro.
It's so funny, dude, because he's clever too. But anyways, there was this lady that was talking about the whole slap incident, and she's like has a kid, and he like for 30 minutes has this conversation with this lady and talks about how like, because she was like defending, like she was like, Will should have slapped him, Chris Rock, because he's defending his woman. And he was basically like, you're the kind of lady that gets motherfuckers killed. Like you are terrible. Like he's talking about for like black men, but like men in general, you know? And he's like, you guys, and you're raising a son. Like, I hope he's way smarter than you. You're a fucking idiot. And he just tells this lady that. But it's like, it's hilarious how he does it. So I definitely recommend you guys checking that out.
Some people need to kind of hear that shit, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they kind of look at guys as this being that's supposed to constantly protect them from everything, right? Which, okay, that's fine. And I think like, I guess traditionally as a man, it's good to stand up for your woman, but there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
Because at that point when he did that, nothing good came of this at all whatsoever. And also how he felt as a man is directly correlated to how she treats him.
Yeah.
All this cuck talk would have never happened if she didn't, like, you know what I mean? It's like cuck-a-doodle-doo, all right?
Cuck-a-doodle-doo.
I'm going to start a podcast called Cuck Talk.
Yeah, let's do
I'm
it,
the
baby.
host. Number one cuck in the world, and Nick done.
Wow.
But even like the last thing that I remember hearing about Jada Pinkett, and she kept talking about how her true love was Tupac, bro.
Dog, hey, did you go to the Tupac museum shit that was out in Hollywood?
No.
Bro, this fool Tupac had where's my goddamn phone? Never mind. I was about to read that poem. But he had a poem that he wrote for her. There's like, so basically in the exhibit, they basically photocopied every single page that he had. He had business ideas, which was hilarious. He had scripts. He had plays.
Wait, why was it hilarious?
Just because it was like no ingredients to the food. It was just food. It'd be like Thug Life Cafe, fried chicken, green beans, salad, and then no recipes. Hey, my man can dream.
Hey, that's a start.
Somebody gonna cook this shit. Not me though.
But someone's got to cook this shit. And you guys think I'm fucking around, but I'm serious. Like the names of these cafes were like that. So he
cafe fire.
He had poetry written for Jada because they were like high school lovers or something, right? And I've heard her in videos say like, oh, they've kissed once and they didn't like it. Bro, there was a poem.
That's her true love?
Yeah. There was a poem where he literally wrote like, you make me come without fucking or something like that. Like you bring me to ecstasy, all this type of shit.
Wait, they didn't even fuck? And that's her true love?
That's what she says.
They had to have fucked.
I believe they're abstinent, dog. I believe Tupac was abstinent, dog. You know what I mean? He waited till marriage. That's what I believe.
Yeah. I don't think so.
But he had thug life on the stomach. You know what I mean?
He was his whole life was very interesting. His mother was a very, very well-known Black Panther, which is why,
she gave birth to him in prison, right?
Yes,
he was. The legend.
She was pregnant with him while she was in prison.
He was dope too. Wow.
That's fucking, his punishment as a kid is that whenever he fucked up, his mom made him read books.
Fire.
So he would always have to read books if he messed up, and then she would like walk him through why, and that's why he's very articulate. So the crazy thing is that the punishment that she gave him didn't make him hate reading or writing. It actually made him fall in love with it, which is usually the opposite. You know, like if your parents make you do something that you hate, you're going to probably hate it for life. But he fell in love with writing and poetry. He was like in art school and shit. Yeah, his whole story is very, very weird, and everything was an acronym. You know what Tupac stands for?
What?
To produce and create.
Fire. That's pretty tight.
I had no fucking idea that it was an acronym.
I didn't know that either.
Tupac Shakur, dude.
Let's
go.
Shakur. Tupac Shakur, brother.
Go. All these celebrities too, but there's also, what's it now? Now we have the Mike Tyson and the airplane incident, which was so fucking crazy to me because I religiously listen to Mike Tyson now.
Yeah.
And he's so peaceful.
No, that guy would fucking ask for it.
That guy was dude, he's so peaceful, but like, come on, dog. Like, how
he was pushing his buttons, bro.
That dude's like a bear still, you know, he's still like a lion.
Well, I heard or I read that he gave him a photo, like they did a selfie together. Everything was cool. And that guy was being egged on by his drunk friends and he would not stop pestering him. Like I heard he was like imitating Mike Tyson too. Like, what are you doing, guy? Why the fuck do you get to treat people like they're pieces of shit, like you own them? Yep. That is Mike Tyson, dude. Out of all people that you want to poke at, I don't think Mike Tyson would be the one.
And he's in first class for a reason, so you could probably avoid all that shit. You know what I mean? You watch that first clip of him like talking in his ear. That's all the footage you need to see. That guy deserved to be thrown off the fucking. And where were the stewardess, bro?
Yeah,
like,
what the fuck were they doing?
Like, how are you letting this dude just talk to other passengers belligerently drunk?
Should have kicked him out.
Kicked him out of here, bro. And where's the air marshal, dog? What's the point of having air marshal?
Don't talk to Tyson that way.
He should have shot him. Everybody was like, okay, all good. And not like a kill shot, just right in the leg. Just teach him a lesson. Yeah. You know what I mean? Tourniquet it up and he's all good. Because that guy obviously sucks. Or he's just too drunk. He should have not been in that situation ever. You can't put Mike Tyson in that situation.
Mike said he also threw a water bottle at him too.
See, afterwards, or bro, did he lead with the water bottle? Oh, the guy threw a water bottle at him.
And that was the last straw.
Oh, well, yeah. Dude, come on.
And also, it wasn't like he was beating him up. He was just like showing him what the fuck is up. Like he was just just saying like, look, these could be fists. You know, he was just slapping him.
Oh, was he slapping him?
It looked like he was open hand.
I thought he was cracking him.
See, that's what he says when he beats Tiff.
These are just open hands. You sound like Amber Turd.
Yeah, was I hitting you?
Yeah.
Was I hitting you?
It was just open hands.
Was I hitting you or was I slapping you?
Which one was it?
I'm just showing you what's up.
I'm just showing you what's up.
Trying to show you what your place is.
If you threw a water ball at me, I'm gonna fucking show you what's up.
They did look like big brother punches though. They didn't like he could have killed that guy, but they were just kind of like little like that. Which I think legal.
100%. I think that guy
legal.
I think you should be able to throw like one hard body shot at somebody, and if they drop, it's all good.
Hey man,
no kicks, all good. No head trauma. Like if someone gets knocked out and hits their head, yeah, that's bad. But if you drop somebody with a body shot, that's pretty.
We got to change these laws, man. I think like, look, obviously, like you can't have full on anarchy, people just getting down in the streets, but there should be, like you said, like a couple body shots, 10-second bodies.
You know what you would love then? You would love Seattle.
The mutual combat.
Yeah.
That's
how do they got down in Florida too,
bro?
Florida, you could just kill a motherfucker.
Florida, they don't care. He did.
You just
they just walk off.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I saw a video clip of these two guys scrapping in front of a cop.
Yeah.
And they had the cop kind of watch it go
Isn't
down.
that sick?
Like, hey, we're both good. Mutual combat, let's go. And they scrapped it out. One guy got his ass beat and they just split it up after, which is pretty fucking dope.
Pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. And then you could also refuse. Like if the one guy refuses to fight, then it's like, okay, no fighting then. And then everyone knows you're a bitch. But hey, you don't get your ass kicked and you go home.
I was kind of shocked at how much they could throw down. They were literally beating the shit out of each other.
Were they really?
And the cop was just watching with popcorn in the corner. He's like, oh, shit.
I think in California, under the right circumstances, you could tell the cop, and if the cop is there, you'd be like, hey, mutual combat. I think they might let you slide. I think they might enact it.
If it's like an LAPD cop, like a cop that sees some shit, I bet you they'd like if you were like in an alley, they might be like, all right, fucking get down with each other.
Huh?
Not like South Pasadena or whatever. They're gonna break that shit up.
How do you fucking get somebody so mad that's literally high 24/7 and on shrooms? How's that possible?
I think we saw the blueprint.
Such a dick. Dude, the progression of the video is so good too, because he's like so happy and like in his ear, like, and it cuts to the guy like, are you fucking whatever, talking to his buddy. And then the next clip is just just him getting his ass whooped. It's so good, dude.
I don't think there's one person on the internet that's like, he didn't deserve that.
They shouldn't. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about getting charges pressed against him, but I hope nothing happens. Yeah.
I wonder too, like, I want to hear the conversation. Like, what was Mike, because when I see him on the Rogan podcast, you could instantly see in Tyson's face when he gets serious and how fucking scary it is.
Well, even the couple months before, right? It was we talked about it here at the comedy show. The guy pulls out a gun. Mm-hmm. You see Mike Tyson in that video? Doesn't even fucking flinch, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right.
Doesn't even fucking. This dude's stoic as shit. And even while this guy was like talking in his ear, you could tell Mike Tyson is like trying to zone out and be like, ignore this motherfucker, ignore him. He was definitely pushing his buttons. And that guy was like belligerently drunk. But at the same time, this motherfucker was like, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. He was like, this is totally okay with me and I'll accept the consequences. I'm sure he was like, I'll pay whatever fine I have to do, whatever community service I have to do, if I could just slap this dude in the face really quick.
That's
and
right.
that video of his face where they zoom in on him and he's like that's not a movie. Like, what is this, bro? Like, is this a bit? Like, it's
Yeah,
some social experiment.
Somebody
he's, like,
pulled
bloody.
a gun on Mike Tyson and he didn't even flip out. So how annoying could this guy be?
Yeah.
Think about that shit.
There it is. That's the answer. And that's the reason why this guy should go to jail for at least 6 months.
I'm pretty sure if a guy pulled out a gun on me, I'd be screaming, dude.
I'm running out the
I'd
fucking
be
building,
tripping.
dog.
There's no way I'm just coming up there.
If-
Hey, I need you to just relax. Just calm down. I need you to praise be to Allah.
Inshallah, bro.
Yeah, no, the great Sun Tzu doesn't believe in this violence, Joe. I swear to God. I'm like, no.
The great Sun Tzu.
That's really good, bro.
I listen to a lot of Mike Tyson, dude.
I could tell. I could fucking
Mike
tell.
Tyson's a shit, man.
Like 40 minutes is nonsense, but then randomly he'll say something hella smart.
Does he
Wise.
make you
He's
want to
very
do
wise.
mushrooms?
Huh?
Does he make you want to do mushrooms?
Yeah.
No. I saw this fool on what's it called? The white boy, Logan Paul.
Oh, he ate the fucking handful of
He
mushrooms. It
ate
was like 5
10
grams.
stems or some shit and just shoved it in his mouth. And he's talking and like, yes, no, I just eat whatever you tell me, give me, man. I'm like, hey, man, fucking chew that shit and swallow it. And then out of nowhere, they bring him a pigeon and this fool's tripping the fuck out. He goes, whoa, this is such a rare species of pigeon. His eyes are super wide. Oh, this fool's high as fuck. He doesn't know where he's at right now, dude. You don't know how much I love pigeons. This is great.
He's
If I
such
close my eyes, it's Mike Tyson, bro.
Hey,
That's how good your impression is.
the first time I ever had sex, it was ethereal. I lifted into the air. I started fucking my own dead mother. It was crazy.
That's actual quote, bro.
Yes, Mike Tyson is the best, dude.
He really is, dude. He's such a unique fucking person. There'll never be another dude like that, dude.
He's very well read too, so he knows a lot of like random philosophers. He's quoting them all the time. I forgot what he said too he was on the Rogan podcast talking about Usyk versus the possibility of Usyk versus Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
And he just used this random analogy. He goes, boxing is like a nuclear bomb. It's devastating, but it has to hit its target to be effective. And I'm like,
Bars.
bro, what
Damn.
the fuck?
Bars.
Sick.
Who are you?
He's
Like,
hanging out with Teddy Atlas, bro.
I know. I was like, this is some crazy ass analogy. That's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah,
That guy, man.
He's a gem, dude.
he really is.
He's
Teddy
a gem.
Atlas too. Teddy Atlas is the shit. He's another guy. Him, because they all were with Customato. And Customato
Yeah.
was like Yoda, basically, and very into like the spiritual aspect of fighting. And like you could see that bled onto Mike Tyson and Teddy Atlas.
You told me he used to hypnotize Mike?
So Customato used to he was like 13, 14. He lived with Customato. And so they would train, obviously. First of all, he would make him watch tape all the time. Like Tyson just watched tape of the greatest fighters all the time, train all day, lived with them. And then he would hypnotize him. And like basically,
Sounds kind of sus, but I
But
like it.
when he would hypnotize him and he would tell him, like he talks about on Joe Rogan's podcast, and like basically tell him like you're a conqueror, you're a beast, you cannot be beaten, like just like you're an animal.
That's dope, dude.
And Mike Tyson, when he's talking, he starts getting choked up. He's like, dude, he like on a subconscious level made me a fucking destroyer.
And that's why he had so much like self-belief.
And he forgot to snap him out of it before he died and shit. So,
Yeah, and then he died.
he was like, I was supposed to do something and I can't really. And Mike's just over here. I always just picture Mike just eating cereal, hella angry. And shit. I'm a conqueror. These Fruity Loops don't have anything on me.
Yeah, but damn, bro.
This fool's fucking nuts.
You
Yeah.
gotta snap him out of it, bro.
He's still in that same trance.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
he beat that dude's ass on a plane, dude. That's what he gets. That's
He
what
had,
he gets.
he had Henry Cejudo on his podcast a lot for a bit on the
Did you listen to when he
lot.
did the one with Khabib?
Oh, I never got to see it.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious because Mike, I think the story was that Mike got way too fucking faded before that episode. So Mike is just sitting in the corner, like not really talking much. And Henry Cejudo is pretty much doing the whole interview with Khabib. And like the whole time, like, and there's a one point where Khabib kind of like, he doesn't really talk shit, but he talks about who he says is the best boxer of all time. I think he says Muhammad Ali
Mhm.
is better. And he's like, I think Muhammad Ali is better than you, Mike Tyson. I'm sorry. Like he says that to him and he's just like blitzed out of his mind. Doesn't really respond much, but there's like a sense of like tension where I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird. I don't know if it's just me that feels that way.
Khabib
but-
versus Mike Tyson, who wins?
Bro, Khabib all day, brother.
All day.
Now,
dude.
yeah, for sure.
Eagle
Back-
smash.
Back in the day.
Back in the
Khabib
day,
all
probably too. Yeah, it's just Tyson's
Skill set.
huge.
He has a skill set.
Yeah, them wrestling.
Yeah.
Once he grabs you, you're fucking
That's it, bro.
Yeah,
done,
that's true.
dude.
He's the GOAT for a reason, bro.
Do you think if Khabib came back now, he'd still smash that whole division?
I think it'd be a little. Oh, actually, I don't know, because I feel like he was just getting started, bro. Like I feel like
I don't even think we saw a peak Khabib.
Yeah, I really don't. I think we saw like a little bit more like wrinkles to his game later in his career, and like his ability to finish fights like that because he decided he wanted to, right? But I don't know. I really don't know. Like Charles Oliveira, that's a great fight because his submission game is insane. We're gonna see like the next evolution of that with Islam probably and Charles Oliveira. Because if you think about it, Charles Oliveira is like Tony Ferguson 2.0. Like similar skill set, but just better attributes,
refined.
better, yes, way more refined. Like you look at Charles Oliveira's run, dude. He's on like a 15 fight, 16 fight win streak, all finishes.
It's crazy because in his earlier career, he was losing.
Yeah.
He was getting fucked up.
Yeah, he would win a couple, lose, win a couple,
Like,
lose.
He had to grow into the sport, I think. Like I think he got thrown in the lion's den. He had really tough matchups, and I think he was kind of figuring out his style as he went on, but he just kept getting better. He became a way better finisher. I think he just fine-tuned his approach to the game. And I think it shows because his Muay Thai, like he could knock you out. He could fucking take your fucking back and choke you out. He could leg lock you in the craziest submissions you could ever see. Like he's so well-rounded now.
Yeah.
So he's gonna give everybody problems.
Justin Gaethje or Oliveira?
That's tough.
That's
bro.
a tough fight, man.
I'd be thinking about that in the shower.
I
bro.
kind of think if I had to bet, I think I would bet Gaethje. If I like had to bet,
Yeah.
They're like, you must pick
Mexican pride, dude.
Mexican pride.
If I had to bet, I think I would go Oliveira just because on his ability to finish fights and where he could do that. Because we all know they're kind of each other's kryptonite, you know? Like we know Gaethje can get subbed. Like that's the most vulnerable we've ever seen is him on his back and in submissions. Like that's probably the most vulnerable we've seen him. And then for Oliveira, I think the pressure of Gaethje and his low kicks and just his hard punching style, I think is going to give a lot of problems to Charles Oliveira. But I think the striking gap is close enough where if he gets a hold of him and he can get to his back or get to a dominant submission position, I think he can finish him.
I just went back and I watched Khabib versus Gaethje again. Even though Gaethje was really, really frantic, he had crazy shots on him.
He landed heavy shots.
Heavy ass, like not even just the low kicks, his hands.
Yeah.
And then Khabib just didn't feel it, which is so weird.
I think it's the mentality, bro.
There was a flush shot to his temple from a classic Gaethje hook, and he wobbled for a second, and then he was fine.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand how you can get hit in the temple with a Gaethje hook to the head, and he just goes, "Okay, brother," and he just starts marching him
He
down.
just like
again.
ran through him almost. He
It was
like
weird.
sprinted into
Well,
Gaethje.
I think what the issue is that like no point in time in that fight did Gaethje get his feet under him.
Yeah,
He's constantly moving back, right?
he was exhausted after the first round.
And I think lesser guys would have felt that shot and would have wobbled. But because of that pressure, and I think the size of Khabib definitely makes a big difference too.
Yeah.
But when you get that pressure and the whole time you're thinking, oh shit, he's gonna shoot any second now, I think that really puts like it's really hard for you to land those big shots that you're looking for. Especially that like for a guy like Gaethje to Khabib. So
Yeah, you're right. Especially with your feet planted too, you know?
the pressure.
Like, he's just kind of
forward
throwing,
pressure.
but like moving.
I think Khabib said too, his legs were kind of fucked up after. He said that they were the hardest shots he's ever felt was from Gaethje's kicks. But he looked fine.
Yeah.
But he said those were the hardest shots.
Khabib's such an animal, bro. Such an animal.
He still trains like he's gonna fight, which is weird. Like, most people, after they stop fighting, they'll kind of take their time into, look at all their accomplishments, maybe eat a little food and relax. But he doesn't even look fat. He just looks buff.
Yeah, he looks huge.
Jacked.
Bro. He got bigger. But I think that's what you get when you get a guy that's been so disciplined since he was like 5 years old. And all he did was just live, eat, train. That's all he did. So I feel like for him, he probably needs that in his day-to-day or he's going to go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
He's like a monk almost.
Yeah, honestly.
He was talking about how, I don't think he was joking either. He said that he doesn't believe in like fat coaches. He goes, if you're going to be training people, you need to be just as fit as them.
100%.
Which is kind of, I was like, I don't see that a lot. I think he was also kind of throwing shade at DC.
and Javier Mendez, bro. He was training shots.
Like, look at these guys. Like, they're fat.
He was saying that, and I felt like he was talking to me. I was like, fuck, I got to start getting to work, bro.
It's crazy. He's the coach that could fuck up his fighters, though.
Yeah.
Like, how often do you ever see that? It's like your coach is going to fuck you up.
And he's even bigger now. He's like, all I do is run, grapple, lift. And I'm like, that's the life, right?
Have you seen these the stuff that Khabib uses a lot? Which
the
is
little bands?
Yeah. What is that?
I think it's just for. I have no idea. I have no idea what
like
they
Russian
are.
wrestlers
It's
use it
some
a
Russian
lot.
shit.
Yeah.
But they use it for like judo warm-ups, like, and just for kind of movement. And I think it's just like it's like a way better version of like battle ropes.
They're like elastic bands. Is that what it is?
And they're using it for snap downs, like just drilling those basic fundamental wrestling movements that they're really good at. And they're using that to apply to
I
grappling.
learn how to wrestle.
Let's
so
get
bad.
some, bro. We're gonna start wrestling, bro. Your garage is Dagestan now.
Let's learn how to wrestle. Like, no more kickboxing, right?
Let's do it, dude.
Honestly, that's
Let me
all I
tell you
want to do, bro. I just want to grapple, dog.
We were kickboxing yesterday. I was like, this shit sucks, dude. This is so exhausting. My fucking obliques are all sore and shit. But my fucking calves hurt.
Nothing is more exhausting than just straight wrestling, though.
It's true.
Let me tell you,
It
bro.
really
Like,
is. It's so tiring.
It's so like you have to be in like college wrestlers. They're in the best shape. There's a reason why they're fucking shredded and they're jacked as shit because they're so fucking physically strong. They have to, like, you do a 3-minute just wrestling round, you're laying on the floor.
I had a buddy named Sam in high school. He was like in our wrestling team, and he was a b-boy as well. At a b-boy jam,
He's probably sick, huh?
So there was a guy who was like a BJJ dude. I don't know anything about BJJ now, but he was a blue belt, and I didn't know what a blue belt meant at the time. But he was a blue belt, and he was talking shit to Sam. But Sam has farm boy strength. Like he grabs your wrist, you're like, you shouldn't be this strong.
Yeah.
You're hurting my tendons. Let go. You know, this motherfucker beat the shit out of this dude, right? And because he was talking mad shit, he goes, "Fucking wrestlers ain't shit." You know, BJJ, I'll choke your ass out. And now that I look back at it, it was just so fast how he took his double A and he slammed him, and it was just done.
That was it.
It was it. That was it.
That's the thing about jiu-jitsu, right? Is like a lot of these, like especially the evolution of the sport, it was like the gentle art, like technique over strength, technique over size. Like that was what the whole thing was about jiu-jitsu, which is really important. But once these wrestlers start learning how to do jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
and you're starting to see it, like guys like Nicky Rod, bro. You look at this dude, he's like what, 6'3"? He could do a backflip standing like nothing. You
Bull
know,
testicles, the fucking steroids and
yeah,
everything.
bro. Like just he's a crazy wrestler.
You know what's a great example of this? Actually, Mackenzie Dern not being able to close that distance because she has zero fucking grappling, dude.
Mm-hmm.
She cannot get in. It was her last fight. Yeah, she won, and her jiu-jitsu was amazing.
Yeah.
But how quickly could she have ended that if she just learned how to wrestle?
And that's what the Dagestani guys are, right?
Yeah.
Like they're the evolution of that. Like you watch, I've been talking about Umar Nurmagomedov, which is Khabib's little cousin who fights at 135.
The kicker with fucking Dagestani wrestling.
Wrestling and finishing ability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you take a guy like Colby Covington, great wrestler, great MMA grappler, right? But at the same time, he doesn't really have any submissions. Like we haven't really seen him in positions where like you could take someone's back and choke a guy out. Like he could hold you there and beat your ass the whole time, which is great. But where's the submission ability, right? That's the next level. And that's what like Khabib's really good at. That's what Islam is. Really good wrestling, but also can do submission wrestling like nothing.
Choke you out.
Choke you out, heel hook you, fucking slam you on your head, however you want it. And I think that's the evolution. And that's why the Dagestani guys are so impressive because they could wrestle, they're strong as shit, and they could submit you in any position they want.
Also, too, like these, I think the viewership is getting a little bit smarter to grappling because before they would just boo them so much, it would deter these wrestlers to going back to the foundation that makes them so good. Mm-hmm. But that weird little, we are now in this like part in the UFC or just mixed martial arts in general where they're bridging that gap between striking and wrestling, where now it's flowing. It's not strike, strike, strike. Maybe I'll go for this double leg. Everything sets up this now. Mm-hmm. And it's just so fluid. So when you don't see it, like for example, Mackenzie Dern in her last fight, it was frustrating for me. I'm like, she's trying to grab her so hard with these shitty strikes and these terrible transitions.
Yeah.
And you know, listen, it kind of reminds me of Carla Esparza a little bit. She's a little disconnected with her wrestling and her striking, which I think she's getting better now.
Yeah.
But watching Mackenzie Dern do that, I was like, dude, just go to fucking Dagestan for 3 months and then just bridge that gap. And then you'll be choking bitches out left and right. Dude,
right.
Nonstop. I just want her to go there.
Yeah.
And then she'll pick up the fucking Dagestani accent.
Brother. She goes to fucking chits rap. She's Muslim now. She's chill out, brother.
She would, dude. I mean, she switched up her accent either way. She'll go over there. She goes, brother, I don't understand, brother.
Come back looking like Abe Lincoln and shit. Hell yeah, dude.
If I can grow a chin strap, bro, I'm going to, dog. I'm gonna get
How
some
much facial
hormone
hair can you
treatment.
grow?
This is it.
They gotta have Rogaine for your face, do they? Do they not?
I can grow a Fu Manchu.
They have this thing called microneedling. Well, they'll microneedle your face, and it causes like the surface to be damaged. So years ago, I only know this random shit always. So years ago, there was they found this out because people who were going bald, like there's no real like cure for baldness, right? But there's this new technique called microneedling where they actually damage the surface of your skin on your scalp, which causes that irritation or damage causes hair to grow back. And they found this out. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys can look it up. It was from somebody who was a burn victim. Like he was a burn victim,
shit.
and his scalp got burned where he was previously already bald, and the parts where it burned, his hair grew back.
Oh,
and so they found out that damaging the skin actually causes like your follicles to either reactivate or something else like that causes hair growth. So there's a company who does a similar thing to your face where you microneedle your face and then it causes your hair to grow.
We gotta get you on that, dude.
I'm gonna get some.
Let's get that chin strap.
Nah, I don't even want to grow facial hair, bro.
Do you even have hair on your legs?
I just, you know what's funny?
Low hair on your legs.
Hey, bro, chill. My hair's grown thicker over the past like 2 years, and I got some hair. It used to stop like mid shin. Now got some hair on my kneecaps.
Hell yeah, dude.
So can I have a round of applause, please?
You're pretty fucking hairless though, dude.
I'm like a dolphin, dude.
Like you're pretty fucking hairless.
I
You
have
got no chest hair,
hair.
no nothing, no body hair.
I have no chest hair. I think I got some chest hair.
Do you have pubes?
Oh, bro. Of course not. Hey, bro, what the fuck?
Whoa, bro. Well, I'm still waiting for those.
Jesus, bro.
All right.
Hair on my asshole? Gone.
Gone?
Because premeditated.
Premeditated.
Everything you see here? Premeditated. Nah, but like, yeah, I got ball hair, bro. It's disrespectful, first off. Let me see your pubes.
Nah, dude, it's a mess. It's a mess down there right now. I gotta clean it up. It's like Jumanji, you know, when the house gets crazy, jungle takeover. That's what's going on. I gotta clean. It's a mess. I gotta clean it up.
You should try cleaning it up with flames, dude. I've been seeing those videos where they do haircuts with fire.
No way.
No.
Have you seen that shit?
Nah.
So
like a torch?
they'll light your hair and then they'll take the fire out, but it'll cut your hair.
That sounds fucking dangerous as fuck.
It sounds smelly too.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
shit.
burnt hair smells terrible.
like ass.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's I got.
Where do they do this?
I don't know. I saw a couple of videos because I used to watch these Indian head massage videos.
Those are cool though.
I don't think I've ever seen one of
They
those.
slap the shit out of you, don't they?
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. They literally slap the shit out of the upside of your head, and it's supposed to be relaxing.
Okay.
Literally just.
And the
they
guy's
pay for
just
it.
like,
and the guy's just over here getting head trauma the whole
Yeah,
time.
getting concussed after the
CTE.
haircut.
The internet's
Starts
fucking
vomiting
weird,
afterwards.
I've been watching that, and I also watch what's it called, chiropractic back cracks to help me sleep.
to
you know
help
what?
you sleep.
Yeah, it helps me.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, I'm weird. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I got in my my YouTube Shorts algorithm recently?
What?
And I feel like a total fucking virgin. But it was like how magic tricks are, like they show the magic of magic tricks,
The tricks, like the how they do it.
like how they do it.
That's
and
cool.
Yeah, but it's like once you find out what it is, you're like, this is so fucking lame. Like
That's
this is
pretty
all
lame.
it is. They did a guy on like America's fucking home video, whatever the fuck that those game shows that people love. America's Got Talent or some shit.
Mhm.
This guy has he blows up some fire in his hand and then pulls out a dove. And they're like, how did he pull out this dove out of thin air? And it's like, there's a sleeve, and he pulls it out of the sleeve. And I was like so disappointed. Like that's all it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to know the magic behind magic. Then it ruins it.
It really
Why
does.
would you make these videos, you fucks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
terrible.
You're ruining it.
It's the content game, baby.
By the way, I hate magicians.
Yeah, just in general. Fuck them. They're a
Fucking-
weird.
What
weird
about Shin Lim? You got beef with Shin Lim?
I don't
Shin
know.
Lim.
Who the fuck is that?
He's the guy that does the Vegas show. He's like really popular, Asian dude.
Like Chris Angel.
Oh,
or
really?
something?
Well, if he's
He's
Asian,
probably
fine.
way
You get a
better than
pass.
Chris
I don't
Angel.
know.
But everyone says he's amazing. But you know who also says that? Gilbert. Gilbert loves magic. And he says,
Gilbert looks like he would love magic, dude. Fucking Magic the Gathering bitch. Gilbert would love magic, dude. Gilbert's the guy that just shows up at a party, goes, you guys want to see some magic?
he said he used to
He's
do it
got
in
the
high
little-
school. And then like he makes a joke about it. It's like, that's
And
why I didn't
that's-
have sex with anybody.
That was his big
He
trick.
beat us to-
That was his big trick.
Let me correct myself. I don't hate magic. I think magic is cool in appropriate times.
like David Blaine.
Yes, I hate it when somebody just out of nowhere, like we're having a conversation.
no.
And they're just like, hey guys, you guys want to see a magic trick?
Nope.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk to this girl. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, dude, you want to see? Hey, pick a card. Yeah, this card says get the fuck out of my face. How about that?
At all times, if anyone ever says, do you want to see a magic trick? You're being a piece of shit.
You know what the problem is? You guys hang out with people that do magic tricks. That's what the real problem is.
No, I don't. That's what's even worse about it. I don't even know you. Who
It's so
are you?
intrusive.
I don't know these people. If I knew somebody, I'd ask them, be like, yo, show me a trick. but they come up to you out of nowhere. That's always been my experience too, where it's like, I don't even know who you are.
Grab my sleeve. Get the fuck away from me. What is your name? Like, let's introduce ourselves first, guy.
Grab my sleeve. Grab his sleeve. He just comes.
Okay, thank you. He leaves.
Great trick, dude. Thanks.
That's a David Blaine trick, dude.
I think that guy just
He
nutted.
just comes all the time.
He goes,
That's pretty
busted.
fire.
Do you love me? No. Are you sure? And then cum comes out your mouth.
Oh,
Then why do you have cum out your mouth? Then he stares into the camera. Yeah, I don't
know
know.
about magic, man.
Yeah, magic's a little weird because
people love the Magic Castle.
I went to the Magic Castle. I hated it.
Did you?
So what's the
I
hype?
heard it
Why,
was-
why do people love it? Is it
So
because it's
you-
invitation only? Is that what
It's
it is?
invitation only. You have to get invited, and then there's magic shows in there, and half the people in there are magicians, and they'll come up to you and they'll constantly ask you if you want to see some magic.
What if you
And,
say no?
I did say no, and you could tell a little bit of their spirit died. like you could tell like their heart broke a little bit, and it made me feel so good.
Do they ever hit you? Do they ever hit you with like a? Are you sure? Are you sure?
So I actually have pictures because Mariel had a coworker who was a magician,
Yeah.
right? Very nice guy. Very nice guy. But he
Sounds
was
like you're about to shit on him.
no. I don't do that, brother.
brother.
But she asked Mariel, "Oh, do you want to go to Magic Castle? You could bring your boyfriend at the time."
Mhm.
And in my mind, I was like, "Bitch, go yourself. Like, I want to do this shit."
Mm.
But of course, I went. And by the way, you have to dress in a suit.
Mhm.
You can't go there in normal clothes.
I heard they
You
have a nice
to be-
dinner there though.
They do not.
Okay.
And so you go there, and then there's just a bunch of people. You don't know who's a magician or not. So they're basically jumping you with magic.
It's like it's a magic gangbang, bro.
It is, dude.
And you're the fucking middle.
Like you take one step, and the guy goes, "Pick any card." And I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll pick this card. Was this your card?" I'm like, "Yes, magic." And then he walks away.
Wow.
And then I walk
So it's like that elementary as far as like some of the tricks.
yeah. And then I'll walk over, and the guy will be like, "Okay, you want to see some magic?" I'm like, "Dude, I just saw magic 2 seconds ago. Give me a fucking break."
Yeah.
Even boxing rounds, there's 12 of them. Break in between, please.
Give me a break, dog.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah.
just saw this guy show me a trick.
So magic. Then you do a show, you watch more magic, and then you do another show. There's more magic, and I'm like,
This place sounds like a nightmare for you, man.
it was.
Yeah.
And then guess what? We got into a fight.
Oh,
about
did you?
this Because she asked me what I thought about the show, and at the time I didn't white lie. I just said how I felt all the time.
Hell yeah.
And I found out that you should learn how to white lie every
Yeah.
now and then to, be mindful of people's feelings. She was the one who taught me this. And so she goes, "Did you like it?" I was going, "I hated it. It was the worst experience of my life."
Oh,
And so she was thoroughly upset.
yeah.
And she goes, "Well, I thought you would have a good time." I was like, "You didn't even ask me if I like magic. It's my worst nightmare. And you took me to Magic Castle." And in her mind, she was like saying, "I did something nice for you." I was like, "Yeah, but you're doing something nice for me that I don't like."
Yeah.
So you thought it was nice. All you had to do was ask, "Do I like magic?" She goes, "Well, why did you go?" And I'm like, "I went because I thought it would make you happy. And the experience of just going and watching you be happy, it's good enough for me."
Oh man, that's very romantic.
Right.
That is
so
cool.
That's
if
nice.
you're enjoying this, I'm not going to sit there and pout. And she goes, "Well, you just lied. You pretended like you enjoyed the whole thing." It's like, what am I going to do? Just go there and be like, "Hey, you are the biggest virgin I've ever met. Get away from me." No,
That
I'm
would've
going to
been
do
funny.
this. Pick a card. I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's my card." Wow.
Wow.
And I'm gonna go to the next guy. He was like, "You want to see fire?" He pulls out a dove out of his sleeve. I'm like, "Oh my god, animal abuse, whatever."
Yeah, kind of. That's what I thought
Yeah,
too.
you hit this
Poor dove.
fucking dove in your sleeve for 6 hours. The dove comes out, it's just
Barely fucking flapping its wings.
only flaps one wing and shit. So like that was like the lesson. I was just trying to tell her, like, I don't have to like everything that you do, but I know if it makes you happy, I will keep my opinions to myself and I'll just do it. But if you ask me if I enjoyed it, I'm going to be honest and say, no, it wasn't my favorite thing. But she hated the fact that I said that.
Yeah.
So now I just told her, I'll just do things if it makes you happy. And if it's important to you, I'll do it.
That's very nice of you, man. This growth. Happy ending again, kind of, huh?
Yeah.
No, she was still mad
Oh,
for
no.
a few
Bad
years.
ending. Bad ending. For a few years.
Yeah. She got it now. She gets it.
She gets it.
Dude, I want to go to the Magic Castle with you. I feel like that'd be so fun. We should just take a field trip with
You're
David
gonna
to
look at my
Magic Castle.
face. Dog, you're gonna be like, this fool is pissed. The whole time just
He's gonna roll his eyes every time, every
yeah.
trick.
You want to see magic? Oh, let me guess. Cards.
Or the little red balls.
Or the fucking fake thumb.
Oh, dude,
Come
let me
on,
tell you
dude.
something. The red ball trick
The red balls.
annoys me the most.
Yeah.
I was like, 6 balls, 4, where'd it go?
And there's
like,
always a big one at the end.
yeah, and then
Big old red ball.
wow, and everybody's just like this, and I'm sitting there like, It's a foam ball, bro. You're crushing it. I get it. I know where it's at. It's inside the tip of your dick, you pussy. Like, get the fuck out of my face, man.
See, if they did magic and you could like steal things from people, that's good magic. Like, if I could like take something out of your pocket, is this your phone? Like, whoa, dude, like that's impressive.
The pickpocket shit is the dopest stuff.
Kind of
ever.
fire, bro.
Yeah, I heard there was pickpocket shit at Magic Castle. Is that true or no?
No, because somebody stole my shit. Somebody would have got these hands.
Whoop the magician's ass.
Your local comedian doesn't understand where he's at. I just start fucking people up. So stole my watch. It's a magic trick. Fuck these guys. Anyways, that wraps up this episode.
Shout out to the Magic Castle, bro.
No, but anyway, Shin Lim, I don't know who you are, but if
Shin
you did
Lim.
magic in front of me, I probably would really enjoy it because most likely it's in the right setting.
He got the Vegas show. Like he's like the Vegas headline
if
guy.
it's a magic show and I'm there for a magic show, I'm going to enjoy
See,
it.
I think that'd be tight.
Yeah.
I think that's the highest level of magic that I
Yeah,
enjoy.
shout out to Lin Shim.
Shit, yeah.
Was it-
Yeah.
What? Is it, what?
Shin Lim.
Oh, Shin Lim. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
He said it
I
wrong.
think you said Lim Shim.
Did I?
Didn't you just say that?
I thought you said that.
No,
Hey,
I just
shout
said,
out
I
to
just
Chin
I
said
thought that was a
Chong
bit.
Bong,
I thought
dude.
he was just being. I thought I was making funny. That made me
No,
laugh.
I wasn't.
No,
I
you said
kind of
yep.
I had a little brain fart there.
Lim
My bad.
Shin.
That's right.
That's what his new name is.
Shout out to
Lim.
Wing Wong, dude. Let's get it, boy. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Shin Lim? Are you Wing Wong?
Local Asian comedian racially abuses another Asian.
Classic David.
Yeah,
man.
bing, ping. Hell yeah, dude.
Bing,
Let's
ping.
get it. Make my self-esteem disappear. There's a lot of magicians that are going to fucking hate me. You can follow Pat at patrick.t.riley,
Yeah.
right? Check out his Instagram. He's a stand-up comedian just making jokes all the time.
Making people laugh.
And you can find Nick at Nick the Ear, NTE Strong, as they say.
Yeah.
You could catch him on JK News. You could also see him
though.
in these streets with these hands, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, come train with us, dude.
Yeah,
Come train.
I dare you.
Whoa.
He's just going to beat you up constantly.
I ain't gonna do that, bro.
and I just sit there and watch. That's like my favorite thing. Is, hey, you two spar.
Nah, fight for me.
I love
King
you.
of the castle. King of the
Fight for
castle.
me.
You
Fight
guys
for
do it,
me.
brother. Genius Brains every Sunday at 12 p.m. We'll see you all next time. Peace.